Education is the key to a bright future. empowermefirst.college.
Welcome to this coaching training course. In this lesson, we'll look at best practices in coaching students at Empower Me First. As a coach, you're part of an international organisation. Understanding the importance of your role as a part of Empower Me First is a step to success. Your student success starts with your attitude. You're not an authority figure by seniority, but a mentor, someone who has more experience, more knowledge, and is ready to share this because you deeply care about your student success. Your intrinsic motivation needs to show. It will show how well you know your students, in how detailed and individualized you create their learning plans, and how you lead by example in your consistency, diligence, and punctuality. As an example, you're expected to always check each student's progress every 2 to 3 days. Take individualized notes in the coaching spreadsheet and use these notes for your meetings with your students for verbal feedback, which you'll always write in your spreadsheets, as well as sharing the student's individual learning plan and revisit at least once a month. You must follow all the processes given to you by Empower Me First and your organization's leadership, especially on reporting. Keeping to deadlines is key, as delays will lead to a delay of your organization's submission of their reporting, which would lead to failure of the project. Empower Me First is an international movement of people sharing the values of access to quality education for everyone. This is very exciting as we can learn from many different backgrounds and cultures. There can be challenges and misunderstandings, which we can avoid by acting with the frameworks of our policies and processes. Because of that, no exceptions will be made for any breaches of policies. As coaches, you know the local cultural needs best and will be able to help students within the framework of their cultures. The international setting of Empower Me First opens opportunities of learning about other cultures, an opportunity we embrace and expect our members, especially the coaches, to embrace as well. Ask yourself, are there any aspects of diversity you respectively your culture may not be open to? What would you do if a student wants to explore these aspects? What is your role as your coach? Diversity opens many opportunities to learn. Find a space you're comfortable in. Every cultural setting has a set of rules that defines acceptable and unacceptable behavior, and these rules are different in each cultural setting. Forcing people to stick to the rules of their own culture, even if they don't feel at home in this culture, can lead to confusion, fear, emotional instability, and a sense of not belonging. While as a coach you're not a counsellor, you still build a relationship with your student and may observe personal crisis in a student. It's not your role to give more guidance. As coaches, our focus is on educational guidance, which indirectly may give students stability and a better understanding of themselves and their needs. Your role is to guide your students towards developing an eagerness for learning. Often growing one's knowledge can help give purpose and open worlds which help overcome a personal crisis. To be able to do so, you need to understand the individual's right to choose their own lifestyle. While we do not expect anyone to actively support their choices, as a coach, we support the individual by caring for them as a person, no matter what they choose. It is the role of the coach to ensure that Empower Me First is a safe space which everyone can be themselves, learn and grow, free of being judged for their life choices. This attitude is expected of everyone towards students, colleagues, and any member of the organisation. We can achieve that by keeping to a professional communication style, following our processes and policies which have been implemented to create a safe and positive space. As a first step, we ask you to review our communication policy and follow it in order to ensure a positive, inclusive, mutually respectful, safe, and motivating learning environment. We expect everyone to only use Google Workspace to communicate. It's strictly forbidden to use AI note takers for any online meetings or to use WhatsApp or any other communication apps for communication. Only like this can we ensure that information shared with, between, and about students and members are kept safe. The Google Workspace offers many opportunities for efficient collaborative work, such as the Workspace chat on which you can manage tasks and share documents uploaded in the Drive. You can plan meetings via the calendar and the Google Meet video app. It is the job of the coaches to ensure that you as a coach and your students know how to use the workspace professionally. We expect our coaches to be open to personal growth. While it's your role to support your students via specific positive feedback and learning plans, you'll only be able to do so if you're open to receive feedback from both your students and your colleagues. Team and student feedback are thus an important part of the personal development plan. Empower Me First has processes we expect you to follow. They're connected to the reporting processes your organisation has to submit on agreed dates. There's no flexibility on deadlines for your organisation. Thus, there's also no flexibility on deadlines for you, as any delay in submitting your tasks put the process of your organisation's partnership with Empower Me First at risk. Diligent reporting is key to success. Only with specific, truthful reports we can detect challenges and early intervene. The earlier we can detect challenges, the better we can support students and coaches. This will benefit you and the students, as we can prevent student failure and improve student retention, which is one of the conditions for continued partnerships. Untruthful reporting and shortcuts are detected quickly, as we have access to student progress via the LMS. It will lead to immediate termination of any collaboration with Empower Me First, respectively, your organisation. Here's a reminder of Empower Me First methodology. Students can watch an introductory video on the topic. The learning outcome of the level text is easy, which means the focus is on the understanding and memorization. Students at this level are passive learners. A lesson which could consist of reading, example exercises, or research tasks. We're now on the intermediate level, which means students analyze and apply. Quizzes. The quizzes focus on deepening the skills of the students by practicing and move the easy and intermediate levels. The questions range from memorization to analysis and applications and can be repeated as often as they want. As coaches, we encourage students to redo quizzes until they reach 100%. The minimum requirement to pass them is 70%. The quizzes should also be redone before the semester's oral exams. Students love the quizzes as they give their instant feedback as well as the satisfaction of achieving well. Assignments. Each semester, students are expected to do 3 assignments, which are assessed and graded. There's 1 assignment in each subject. The second assignment goes across all subjects, is interdisciplinary, and focuses on students interlinking their knowledge of each subject, becoming innovators and interpreters. Thanks to these assignments, students reach mastery level. They learn how to evaluate and create. While as a learning coach, you ensure students are reaching good results on the easy and intermediate levels, your role is key to the assignment levels. On this level, you don't instruct, but you guide the students to explore research, find their individual and creative solutions. You're part of their learning process and guide them to success. Depending on your educational background, you may also assess the assignments alongside experienced local teachers of the subject, as well as members of Empower Me First. The individual learning plan is a cornerstone for successful learning. While we provide you with a template and example, we expect you to develop a plan custom-made for each student that focuses on their successes. To write a successful plan, you need to know your students. What are their interests? What is their motivation to study? What do they enjoy learning? Which areas don't they perform well? What are the reasons for them underperforming? You answer these questions by actively listening to your students and take detailed notes of your meetings. Students are the ones leading you through your meetings, with the common goal being their learning success. You're the one with the questions, the one genuinely interested in them in their learning. They're the ones with the answers. Your job is to ask the questions that lead them to the answers, not to give them the answers. In the learning plan, your first focus is on their interests and their passions. If they develop a genuine curiosity for a subject, encourage them to dig deeper, to learn more, and to make connections to other subjects, especially the areas of their weaknesses. If a passion for understanding is more about a topic they're interested in, leads them to want to overcome current challenges, learning success is greater. For example, if a student is passionate about drawing, and to improve their drawing skills, they need to understand about geometry, mathematics, and physics. They will view those subjects from a different, more practical angle and will want to learn them as they have a clear goal. The focus on the learning plan is not directly to eradicate failure, but to motivate high performance. It is not good enough to simply pass. The aim is to passionately solve problems, to get addicted to high learning outcomes, as there's a joy in doing well, which as coaches we can build on. This refocus on the goals and outcome is an important element of keeping motivation high, improving engagement, keeping deadlines, and achieving learning goals. As coaches, we're examples who always stick to deadlines, are punctual, diligent, and consistent. We know the learning content and give specific written feedback and genuinely care about the success of our students. An international environment has many benefits. We learn a lot about people around the world, open our minds, and can find our individual safe spaces. This can only be achieved if we're open to understand the dynamics of diversity, communicate professionally, comply to processes and policies. It's important to follow the communication policy. Communicate in a positive, assertive, inclusive, and respectful manner. We only communicate within Google Workspace. Messengers such as WhatsApp and AI note takers are strictly forbidden. We always follow the processes and do not miss deadlines. You're expected to understand and support the methodology and are eager to learn more. As a next step, there's a video lesson assignment which you're asked to watch. You develop the individual learning plan alongside your students, listening to and learning from their goals. It helps the students to restructure their studies and understand the learning processes, successes, challenges, and is key to learning successes. Now finish the lesson, do your quiz, and watch the video on the assessments.